Which team has committed the most fouls in the Premier League? Is it A, West Ham? Is it B, Newcastle? Or is it C, Liverpool? The clock's ticking. All right. Welcome back to Lockdown Sports. It's Param, it's Jono. We don't have any Premier League football for you this week. Okay. There is some Euro qualifications, but I'm too proud to preview that just yet on this channel. So what we've got in store for you today is a little bit of a Premier League pop quiz, 10 questions, quick fire. I'm here with Jono. Jono believes in the eye test. So we're going to see how good his eyes are at knowing the stats behind the Premier League. So if you want to play along at home, feel free. Question number 1, John. We're going to have 5 questions surrounding the teams and then 5 questions after halftime about the players in the Premier League. Which team has committed the most fouls in the Premier League? Is it A, West Ham? Is it B, Newcastle? Or is it C, Liverpool? The clock's ticking.
I'm going to go with Newcastle.
Newcastle. Now, what made you go with that?
Just they would have had a lot of confidence coming into the season after last season, and they haven't had many results go their way this year so far. So I feel like they would have lost their cool a bit, played a bit more aggressively, and committed the most fouls. That smile tells me I'm right.
Question number 2. Which team, and I'm going to preface this, don't get ahead of yourself, which team has completed the least number of passes in the 4 games? Obviously, Burnley and Luton have played less games, so I'm going to take them out of the mix.
I was thinking about that straight away.
Forest?
Yeah.
Is it A, Forest? Is it B, West Ham? Or is it C, Everton? What do you got?
I feel like Everton have been struggling really hard on offense this year, and I don't think they would have had the ball much. If they did, they would have gone long balls maybe. So I'm going to go with Everton.
It's not looking good for you, brother. 50%. That's good enough to pass Japanese in high school. But right now, the correct answer was actually Forest, with only around 900 passes in the first 4 games. Sheffield, Burnley, West Ham all had more, and Burnley's played 1 less game, which is really strange. But that just goes to show there's a million ways to win a Premier League match, and Forest doesn't really want to pass the ball. All right. Question number 4. Which team is shooting lights out? And by that, I mean, which team is overperforming? I know everyone hates this word. Which team is overperforming their XG? Is it A, Brighton? Is it B, City? Or is it C, Newcastle? A lot of strong performances from all 3 teams. A lot of good strikers. Who have you got?
I'm going to go with Brighton.
Almost. I think they're just 0.1 behind City. So I won't be able to give you the point, unfortunately. But nice try. City,
mate,
have this guy called...
They're behind City.
They have this guy called Erling Haaland. And when Haaland shoots, he scores. Which team has had the most touches in the penalty box? Is it A, Arsenal? Is it B, Tottenham? Or is it C, Brighton?
I have a feeling it's Tottenham, just with the way they've been playing. Very attacking, a lot of dribbling in the box as well. I'm going to stick with them. Answer B, Tottenham.
The answer, unfortunately, John, puts you into a fail mark. It's Brighton with 177 touches in the attacking penalty box in only 4 games. Obviously, those touches include like dribbling, and that's what Tottenham's done really well. Only 15 touches behind, and then you've got the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal, who are in the box but don't know what to do with the ball and put it in the back.
More counting stats.
All right, halftime, John. How do you feel? 2 out of 5. Not looking good.
Not too great. I was hoping for at least 3, but next time will be a lot better.
This is looking a lot like your uni career. So this is familiar territory for you. Why am I wrong? You said pressure makes diamonds. Let's see. All right, question number 6. Which player has drawn the most fouls in the Premier League? And these options are they're gonna confuse you. Is it A, Max Aarons from Bournemouth? Is it B, Aaron
I've never
Hickey
heard
from
of it in
Brentford?
my life. Oh no.
We're exposing a casual today. Or is it C,
Okay.
Jordan Ayew from Crystal Palace? So I'll just repeat: Max Aarons, Aaron Hickey, or Jordan Ayew.
Okay. Well, Jordan Ayew is the only one I know out of those three. But when I did watch a couple of Crystal Palace games in the last 2 game weeks, he did draw a lot of fouls. So I'm going to go with Jordan Ayew. But knowing you would have picked the one guy I don't know.
Look, I would love to say you're wrong, but you've done a good job. You've done a good job. Jordan Ayew has been fouled 15 times in his 4 games. He is as old school as it gets. He likes holding up the ball. He likes engaging defenders. He likes doing hold-up play despite not having such a prominent size. It's a throwback. We're seeing a lot of that this season. All right. Question number 7, John. Who has been the worst shooter in the league so far? Everyone knows me. Everyone knows I like a pot shot. But which player has had the worst XG underperformance this season? Is it A, the people's champ, Neil Maupay? Is it B, the young Drogba, Nicholas Jackson? Or is it C, everyone's FPL hopeful, Ollie Watkins? Who have you got?
Oh, I don't think it's Neil Maupay. Nicholas Jackson or Ollie Watkins. See, Ollie Watkins hasn't scored a goal this whole season, and he's the starting striker for Aston Villa. Nicholas Jackson has scored 1. I'm gonna have to go with Ollie Watkins, but knowing you just want to attack me, so it might be Nicholas Jackson, but I will stick with Ollie Watkins.
You see, you get the agenda right, and then you go against your own thinking, okay? Nicholas Jackson, despite Ollie Watkins not scoring a goal, is actually 2 goals behind his expected goals, and we've all seen the misses in this game, obviously. Did you guys play last week? Obviously. Forest. And obviously in the second game against West Ham, couple rough misses, and the Liverpool game, couple decent chances. This stuff adds up, but he's a young striker, and I don't think it's a concern just yet. But when the sample size gets bigger, we'll be there. We'll be ready, you know? All right, question number 8. All right, this is a question in tribute to Kevin De Bruyne, and I think that's a jersey you're wearing right now. Who has created the most shots for their team? So this could be passes, this could be dribbles, any shot creating action, a foul, a shot that leads to another shot. Which player is it? Is it A, Bruno Fernandes, the footballing Russell Westbrook? Is it B?
Can we get the options there?
Is it B, James Maddison? Or is it C, Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea? Number 5.
It's not Enzo. It's either Matto or Bruno. Gee, that's tough. See, Bruno just takes shots from anywhere at random times. But Maddison has created so many chances as well. You know what? I'm going to go Bruno because he does create a lot of chances as well for you guys. I'm going to go Bruno.
That's the closest we're going to get to Jonah giving Bruno Fernandes his flowers on this channel.
I think me putting him in my fantasy team for the first 3 weeks of the season is flowers as well.
Fair enough. But it is actually your boy, the boy you doubted, Enzo Fernandez.
No way.
With 26 shot creating options. Yeah, it surprised me. And
I did not expect
it goes to show that no matter how much Premier League football you watch, if you got that question right, you're a sicko.
What?
You're a sicko.
That has stunned me, honestly.
Enzo's just one of these guys. And if you think about the way Chelsea builds up, he's always going to be involved. Whether it's the pass to the winger, anything creatively, he's going to be involved. Yes, Chilwell might be on the end of it. Raheem might have the dribble. But it all starts with Enzo. Who has had according to SofaScore, by the way, I don't know how they put these numbers together.
Yeah. Okay.
Who has had the best performance this season? Is it A, Jose Sarr for Wolves against Everton when he made 7 saves? Is it B, Evan Ferguson just this weekend against Newcastle with, at 20 years of age, on one of the best performances you'll see? Or is it C, Erling Haaland, everyone's FPL captain last week against Fulham?
Talk about this. I feel like with Haaland getting a hat-trick and an assist, and him just being Haaland, his reputation, I feel like he would have got the highest score. So I'm going to go with him.
Once again, John, you failed. You failed.
How is that not a 10 out of 10?
It's SofaScore. SofaScore has their own system, which only God knows. Only God knows. A little bit of racism, a little bit of profiling, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, they're wrong.
9.6 for Erling Haaland, 9.7 for Evan Ferguson, and 9.7 for Jose Sarr as well. So it was Haaland at second and the other two tied for first spot. No idea how these numbers are made, but I remember there was a time when we didn't watch as much Premier League football, and these numbers meant a lot more. You know, we would look at numbers like this, and we'd be like, oh, he must have had a good game. And there's people probably doing that. Anyways, final question, John. Who has been the SofaScore MVP so far this season? Is it A, Rodri? Is it B, James Maddison? Or is it C, Erling Haaland?
I'm tossing up between Rodri and James Maddison here. I feel like they look at overall value, not just attacking presence like most rating systems go by. So I'm going to go with Rodri. Option A, Rodri.
He can pass, he can dribble, he can shoot, and he can definitely defend. Rodri is your Kia MVP for August 2023. I don't know why Diego Simeone got his hands on this magnificent beast and thought it would be okay to let him go to Man City. Because can you imagine him in the pits of hell in Atletico in a 4-4-2? It would be the most beautiful, uncalled for thing. Rodri and Partey could be partners right now as Diego Simeone wins his 3rd Champions League in a row.